What up, y'all? It's your man, Wayne Train, back with another joint. I'm on my way to work, so yeah. Sorry for the glare in the sun. So anyway, man, I just thought I'd briefly touch on this whole bezel-less phone situation we got. It's not even a situation because it seems like most of the people like it. Me included. I do like bezel-less phones. My problem is I feel like we're getting into that situation where everything's going to be looking the same. With a bezel-less phone, there ain't really too much design differences there's going to be when it comes to just how things look. So you got a phone with a full screen, all screen display. The only differences that we're going to see are mainly in the backside, and even those are starting to look the same. When we got everything with a dual camera setup, everything with a glass back. So, there's no smartphones in 2018 and even in recent, past years, we're lacking originality. So, that's one reason why I'm not really feeling this whole bezel-less thing. The other, I've always kind of questioned durability. Now, I know personally I haven't experienced any issues. I haven't dropped my iPhone X. I haven't dropped my OnePlus 6X yet. Knock on wood. Not gonna take the plastic wood I got, but so I haven't experienced any real issues with durability just yet because I haven't allowed myself to be in that situation. But at the same time, there was a time when phones were a tool, and I feel like they should still be a tool. So what happened to making phones durable and long lasting and not fashion accessories? And I feel like that's where we're at right now. All the phones are pretty and beautiful, and you gotta coddle them, you gotta do all this stuff, and you gotta buy cases. And that's the other thing. If you are a case junkie and you do like accessorizing your phone, what you gonna do when your phone has completely no bezels? Cases can't really do anything in that department. And at some point it's gonna stop. What's it gonna do? Your case is gonna be bleeding into your screen display, and so I don't know. I'm kind of getting off, but just more added reasons why I feel like in 2018 we shouldn't completely phase out the big forehead and the big chin kids in the game, i.e. Pixel 2. I'm really digging this phone. I said digging in 2018. I am really feeling this phone. In all honesty, since I've had this phone, my OnePlus 6 has kind of been on pause. So that's an updated Snapdragon 845 and all the bells and whistles and everything. So, yeah. So, anyway, like I said, man, when it comes to the bezels, though, like I said, they are pretty, they are nice looking, and I feel like there's a market for them. Right now, I feel like the way Apple is moving and Samsung, the two heavy hitters, are moving, they kind of dictate where everybody else kind of moves. So that's where everybody else is kind of pushing their future devices to look like, and everything is just going to be looking the same. So that's my real big issue, is originality and character. And I feel like the Pixel 2 got that in 2018 because in a world where everybody's just rocking the same phone, the Pixel 2 kind of stands out. Everybody was on the XL. I don't really see a lot of people rocking the Pixel 2 like that. At least from my vantage point, I haven't noticed a lot of people really talking much about the Pixel 2. It's always been about the XL. We're so big on screen size, and it's I know with the whole bezel-less thing, the idea is to get maximum real estate in a small a small body. So my thing is, so we're going that route, but at the same time we're phasing out tablets. And tablets, that's what tablets like whole MO was for the people who don't really want to like you don't have to go home and watch the TV or whatever, you're on the road or whatever, you got you a tablet that size suffice. Like for me personally, I'm good with that. Like that's a big 10-inch, 12-inch display, whatever you got. That in some places TVs are around that same size. So like that's what tablets were for, and now we're kind of phasing them out for a 6-inch display at max. So it's like it's kind of contradictory in a way. Like I know we want to have everything in one. We want to have all of our media in one device if possible. And I believe, like I said, it's always going to come down to preference. So for me, my preference is what looks nice, what looks nice, and what just kind of catches my eye. And it's funny because I was in the store, and when I first seen the Google Pixel, I seen the XL, and I'm like, I picked it up, and I'm like, cool, wasn't really paying too much attention to the like the bezels and whatnot. I was kind of checking out the whole blue tint issue that was going on, so I was kind of seeing if that was a thing. I didn't really notice too much on it, but I didn't play around with it a lot. It was just on display. But then I move over and I see the 2, just the standard 2, and I'm like, something interesting about this phone. Like I don't know what, but it is. Like I like boxy, square phones for whatever reason. I'm not too big on the whole rounded corners and soft edges, and that's what my OnePlus 6 kind of is, and I really do like the OnePlus 6 for its software, but in terms of design, I think they could have did better. Yeah, man, just kind of getting my thoughts and opinions. I want to know what y'all think when it comes to these bezel-less phones and what you think as far as phones of the future. I feel like devices necessarily, and oh yeah, real quick, I just wanted to touch on that whole Vivo joint. And what's the other joint? The Oppo Find. Those phones are dope as fuck, as hell. Like they're crazy. But once again, I think we're focused so much on the hardware that I think the future is always going to be software. Like there's so much stuff and so many things that we can do on the software side without really sacrifice or without like adding a whole lot to spend, OnePlus is demonstrating that perfectly. Google is doing that perfectly, although they are charging an arm and leg for their devices, but they're doing that perfectly. Like you can tell with the camera, they still are rocking the single lens when everybody else is putting three lenses on their phones and still can't get the same quality as a Google Pixel. So, like I said, the software, I feel like this should be the future rather than the hardware. Although I love the way the Oppo Find and the Vivo and all the camera and stuff, I'm really concerned about mechanical parts on a phone because all it takes is a couple drops and your Oppo Find and your Vivo are out of commission. So, it is what it is. Can't really stop the future. You can't stop companies from being creative. I do appreciate those phones being out in the wild, and I do hope to possibly ever be able to have a chance to even touch them. So, but it's your man Wayne Train. I'm about to take off. Hit your man up. Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Okay, let me stop that. So yeah, man, just hit me up. I want to know what y'all think. It's your man, I'm out.